Hi class, and welcome to the second week of HSA 6152. In this video, I'll be going over the information and materials provided to you in this module. And we are currently on the first content page of the week 2 module. So let's get started. First, the video you are viewing at the moment, which is the weekly video, is located right here underneath the video overview of week 2. As I scroll further down, I just want to point out we have the learning objectives for the week. And then below that, I want to go over the assignments for the week. So this week, you're responsible for reading 2 chapters. Chapter 2 on policy and the policy-making process, and Chapter 3 on law and the legal system. Now, other than your assigned readings, you are responsible for completing the first assignment from the Navigate to scenario. Remember, this is the learning tool that provides virtual scenarios. Now, you will be viewing the first episode or the first scenario. Do not submit any assignments or, your recommendation through the learning tool. You're just going to be viewing it. You'll be prompted to answer some questions. Definitely answer them, because that's the only way you can continue through the virtual scenario. But do not submit anything through there, because what you'll be doing is you'll be putting together a policy description, which you'll be posting in the discussion board forum dedicated to this assignment. And that post must be submitted by January 20th, which is Sunday. Okay? And I always suggest for my students to do some research on your own regarding the information or the ideas you'll be presenting in your discussion board assignment. Remember, this is a graduate course, and you do want to support your ideas with credible research. Make sure to take the time to reference the sources you've used at the end of your post. And you are responsible for responding to 2 of your fellow classmates' posts. Now, when we talk about a response, I'm not talking about a, oh, great job, or I completely agree with you kind of response. I am looking for a meaningful response that really demonstrates that you've taken the time to read your fellow classmates' post, and you really put thought in your response, and it adds to the current discussion. Okay? Now, you also have your first quiz, which is a multiple choice and true and false formatted quiz covering chapters 1 through 4, and it also must be completed by Sunday. It will be open during the full week. And then you have your health policy topic due. Now, remember, I do want you to choose a topic that sparks your interest, something that you enjoy and you've been wanting to research. Now, you will submit your health policy topic through the submission link found in this week's module. And then later on in the course, you will be putting together an outline for this topic, a paper, and you'll also be creating a video presentation. But that's all later on. I just want you to take the time to choose a health policy topic that you're interested in. All right, so let me scroll further down in this content page and just point out that we have our weekly checklist, and this is our little to-do list that you must complete before going on to the following week. Now, I'm going to jump to the next content page. We have the PowerPoint presentations that are assigned, that go along with the assigned reading for this week. And then we have some information from the chapter. So here for chapter 2, the first one, the first diagram here actually illustrates the executive agency policy making. Below that is a diagram that illustrates the process of how a bill becomes a law. And then further down is a table that covers kind of summarizing the public policy making entities. And then for chapter 3, there is a little table here summarizing the primary sources of American law. Now, usually in this info, some info from the chapter section, I'll be including information from the assigned chapters, as well as any other important information that I would like to include that's not from the assigned reading. But I do want to point out that you do need to review the chapter PowerPoints, view the video lectures, and read the chapters. So just because I'm including it here, I'm just touching on some information in the chapter, does not mean you disregard any of the other information being presented to you in week 2. All right, now let me jump to the following page, which is the videos for this week. So for chapter 2, we have 2 different videos being presented. First one is how a bill becomes a law, and the second video talks about types of bureaucracies. Then below that, we have videos that go for chapter 3. First video, introduction to the law, sources of law, and then we have a second video titled Separation of Powers and Checks and Balances, Crash Course, Government and Politics. Now, I'm not going to be clicking on that next button found on the bottom right-hand side of your screen, but I will briefly describe to you what you will find when you do, which will be the discussion board forum for the Navigate 2 scenario post-assignment, okay? And remember, the scenario is actually the first scenario in the learning tool, which is titled Policy Analysis and Development. And then you'll also find a link for quiz 1 and the submission link for your health policy topic. And that pretty much covers it for this week. If you have any questions at all, remember, you could send me a course message, email me, or text me to the number found on the course syllabus. Best of luck, everyone, and take care.